Good evening. Welcome back to Rimworld Roulette episode 2. Today, if you didn't make it to the end of the previous episode, we're going to be dealing with Sereniz Sadistic. She is our new storyteller, and in fact we have received 3 new colonists, all T1 androids, Reese, Matthew, and Sam. If you would like to name any of these, please go ahead and leave a name down in the comments below. This will all be checked out at the end of this episode, and I will begin renaming them from the next one. So you've got 6 names to choose from. By the end of this, you'll have 9. So let's get some name suggestions down in those comments, everybody. Today we have 2 main objectives. The first one is going to be to take care of these here mechs. I think we need to open this out and open this up and see what we've got going on in there. And the second is, of course, to finish off our kill box. The third sort of idea, hopefully, to continue the series will be to survive our latest storyteller, who is Sereniz Sadistic. At the end of the last episode, she switched over. The former Federation Peacekeeper Corps Commander Sereniz has a mountain of painful stories due to her former job's nature. In her stories, characters usually face their doom after writhing in the agony of endless pain. She loves these kinds of small stories, and she will generate lots of small, annoying incidents, but far fewer raids. So we're going to get a lot of sort of mad animals, I think, and diseases and stuff, which won't affect our androids. They can't get disease, which is nice. Also, I think she affects the chance of food poisoning and stuff, which again, doesn't hurt us, so that's all fair game as far as I'm concerned. So we're going ahead and researching batteries now, so that hopefully we can begin to make a bit more consistent use of this power. Regardless, we're going to want chem fuel refining. So I've gone ahead and put down the biofuel refinery, and that's just going to go ahead and process any organics we get into chem fuel. But we don't need all of it. Let's do like, I don't know, 500? That should be a safe amount for now, and we'll build a little bunker room for it. In fact, let's dig one out right now so that we don't have to worry. Oh, gotta set that to square mode. This shapes designation tool is kind of cool. It's a mod, it's linked in the collection below, which of course is there if you want to get it, but it's a bit awkward sometimes, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's go ahead and decide where we're gonna put this chem fuel, because actually here's not a good place. We want a tiny little nook we could stick it in. Ideally something that's not gonna get nuked. Maybe right over here, although behind the prisoner seems kind of dangerous. Oh, right there, perfect. It's already built for us. Okay, with our little chem fuel storage on the way, that's looking good. We've got to decide what we're going to do with Sam, one of our latest joins. He's a great artist and not very good at much else, so he's going to be put to work. I think we're just going to pump out large statues. Let's make like, I don't know, let's do like 20 of them. Screw it, do 30. But only use stone blocks. Yeah, and nothing else. Just use stone blocks. And in fact, of those stone blocks, don't use my good stuff. You can have the renewable ones. So slate. Yeah, you can use slate. Okay, so we're going to make slate statues. And, I suppose if there's any marble. Is there enough marble to make, what do you need, 100? How much marble do we... Oh, you can make one marble one, sure. And use up the rest of that sandstone. I don't really care. Okay, so that's going to do. And then we need to move people around. Yeah, they're all moving. Good stuff. Now we need to figure out what we're going to put here. So, since he's only going to use the stone blocks, we might as well store all of our stone blocks in this storage right here, and that'll just make that a tiny bit more efficient. Yeah, that's fine with me. We need to decide what we're going to do for production, because this is going fairly well, but John's not going to be able to finish that all on his own. So another benefit of popping this open is that we're going to be able to get a bunch of components, not just from these mechs, but from these ancient cryosleep caskets. And once we've got those, I'll feel less worried about placing down these android pods. And of course, once we have enough power going, we'll be able to, we won't have to worry too much about the biofuel refineries either. Who is supposed to be doing research? I want those batteries. We have Gerald, who's our engineer, who's currently crafting... Where are you, Gerald? What are you doing? Oh, you're cooking too. Yeah, we kind of need someone... Robbins became a guest? Oh, he's the... Robbins snapped, yeah. Sereniz gave us a bit of a problem there. I think they were just walking past. Alright, well, you're welcome to hang out, man. Just currently psychotically wandering in the desert. Okay, well, religions have been founded on less. Also, I think it's time that we set up a recycling order here. Now, what I'm going to do is recycle all of the tainted apparel. I do have the mend and recycle mod installed, but I'm not going to use the mending as it's kind of OP. We only want to recycle tainted apparel, no clean apparel. So they can just go ahead and recycle everything that is dirty, and then we're going to want to make sure they don't wear it, because they do actually get a debuff despite being robots. I tried, and I wasn't able to get rid of that head-off, so we're just going to have to live with not being allowed to wear tainted armor. It is what it is. Okay, now of course that's going to give us a lot of leather, so we can go ahead and put that to use. Our people are naked at present, so let's go ahead and start with some pants. We're going to want to make sure we have 10 pants, and we're going to count the equipped ones and not count tainted. It's very important. I don't care what material they make it out of, we've got plenty of leather, so they can use that. These gloves improve our thermal resistance very slightly to cold, which it might be a problem in the desert. We haven't really hit winter yet, so we don't know. But, you know, it's always good to play it safer with these things. And stupid me, these things weren't unpowered. We actually had enough power. They were connecting to this little dot on the floor here, the power conduit I used to switch these off. When we don't need them, like that, these had connected to it automatically, so that one's on me. Reese, could you stop eating the rice, man? You're driving me crazy here. Oh, does that just grow on the ground now? Oh my, wait, hold on, is that rice plant just gonna be there? No, stop eating it. I need to see if this thing grows. Oh, it won't have light. Okay, fine, but you're gonna harvest it. Don't eat it. Oh my god, you guys are so annoying. I think we're gonna have to go with the, with the beds, because they're just going to keep eating these. Oh my god! Okay, Gerald here is finally producing our first batch of chem fuel. There we go, that Mega Sloth has been given a new purpose in life. Look at that. Beautiful. And I believe that means we can finally unlock some consistent power production. Now, chem fuel production is net power positive, meaning that as we produce it, we actually create more potential power than goes into producing it. It is technically, you know, a bit of an exploit, or maybe we are actually losing power, but you know, we're just unlocking the chemical potential of the prime rib steak that we feed into this machine, and which gives us magic juice. Oh my god, if you bastards eat one more rice plant, oh lord, I'm gonna cry. Okay, so we're in the mod settings for the Android tiers, because I can't cope anymore, and we're turning off the living plants thing, because they're not eating grass, they're eating my rice, my precious rice, and my cotton. God, I am on the verge of tears. Yes, eat the nutrient paste, you stupid simple beasts. Thank you. Thank you so much. And with all the tainted stuff recycled, at least the stuff in stockpiles, Gerald is now making us some nice pants. However, these are going to need to go into some kind of storage, or they won't wear them. So I guess we'll just do one of these. And yeah, there we go. They should put everything on. A masterwork pants? Human leather ones too. God, that's a little bit Lecter, but okay. 14. Wow, that's not bad, Buffalo Bill. Well done. We need to work out now, because our kill box is done, how we're going to deal with these mechanoids. I have a feeling we're going to need to cheese him a little bit with this space down here. So Tyler here has arrived as a guest, and he brings with him some lemon tea, which is interesting, because it gives recreation. Now, of course, our robots don't really care about recreation. In fact, as you can see, these tier 1s they're just always happy because they're simple-minded, and they really just don't need it, neither do these. But we do want T3s and T4s, and those are both sort of significantly more human-like, and they do require recreation, and they do take drugs. So if we were to buy that lemon tea, it would be a bit of sort of foresight that we could use. Also, we have these feral pistols. I think I'm going to give them to John here. Johnny boy, could you go ahead and equip those? And I'm going to make sure everybody is on, priority 1 shooting. That's going to be better for us. None of my robots have any traits. They're all, basically blanks. If we get a T2, there's a small chance they might have a character trait. But for the most part, it's going to be the T3s and 4s that actually have personalities, per se. Oh, we have a mad ostrich on our hands here who has just been eaten by this steel spike trap, so no problems there. While we've got you, let's have a look at our little trap plan for these mechs. So basically, the idea is we're going to position our shooters over here. I'm going to build a little bit of cover for them. And then we're going to get the mechs to... we're going to pop open this wall right here. We're going to get the mechs to come out here. We're going to get our guy to run through these doors, and we're going to stop holding them open so they close behind him, bring him back around, and get him to stand over here. In fact, actually, maybe we should build our shooting points over here so we have a bit more of an approach. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, we're really hoping that this one gets taken out first, because we can deal with the Lancer and the Goliath, just we can go beat on them and hopefully stun lock them, but this Aurora will kill us in hand-to-hand combat. And then once we've got that cleared out, we can always reset and then pop these open to try and get the benefits of whatever's inside these ancient cryosleep caskets. Hopefully friendlies, because, we can add them to our collection. We've also gone ahead and improved the storage situation a bit here, tidied things up. As you can see, we're keeping our fabrics over there, our sort of miscellaneous garbage over here. Oh, my bad, no chem fuel. No chem fuel in there. That is a very bad idea. Yeah, all the bombs and sort of molten shells and missiles and all that garbage is going to go in the bunker. This wall isn't going to do anything, but I figured since it's just blowing up our prison camp, that shouldn't be a problem. Please no one tell my future employers. Then over here we're going to throw in all of our medicine and drugs, because why not? That can go with the right next to the android pods. That should be fine. I wonder if they will place this in the medicine cabinet. Does that count as medicine? It does. Good. Okay. And things are just looking a little bit tidier over here. We do still have quite a few animals on the map we can turn into clothing, including Notox over there. But I'm still very much on the edge about whether or not I'm willing to let these guys hunt. I think it's pretty dangerous. Oh, when did that happen? I must have missed that. We have a shuttle crash. Well, that looks like more food to me. And a friend. Huh. I wonder if Naomi here will join us. Oh, again, we can't recruit humans, but we can absolutely recruit robots. So let's go ahead and reconnect this one. And let's get Marvin, who's just joined us, to go ahead and pick Naomi up. And while we're here, let's have a look at Marvin. Oh my god, so much is happening. Okay, Marvin is an excellent medic. Again, not very helpful for our robots, but very good for our prisoners. He can do a bit of taming, which brings some ideas to mind, and he can also do some research. And I think those are the three things we're going to have him on. Basically, he's just going to research 24/7. Alright, Marvin, he's an exported pinpoint surgeon. If you would like to be Marvin, go ahead and leave your name in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do. Then we also have 3 prime candidates for our prisoner protection program over here, so let's throw down 3 more slate beds and see if we can't pick them up. I also want to arrest this gentleman over here, because once we finally get a orbital trader, you know, we can turn them into some valuable silver. Okay, so we've had our first solar flare. As you can see, everything's out, and this does something which I wasn't expecting. Oh god, what is that? Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that for a second. We have our whole body has a solar flare, which means that we get 40% less consciousness, and our maximum is now 60, which means that everything is affected. They move slower, they work slower, they're just worse at everything. So it's looked like Matthew, our oh god, what is going on here? So we have a mime? Hold on, I need to take stock for a second. Okay, I had to go back in the footage and check this out, but it turns out that this thing here, whatever this is what this was Matthew.
See, everything's out.
He just metamorphized into this mime here. Guys, I really need you all to please come and help John here deal with this thing. So Matthew's dead. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah, this thing apparently a mime, okay? Alpha animals. Let's read his description. Whereas most of the alien animals on the rim are heavily genetically modified versions of Earth animals, the mime is an absolute violation of all ethical principles, a ravenous animalistic being created by genetically modifying humans, or I guess androids. Memes are psionically gifted parasites using their mental powers to disguise themselves as normal humans, or androids, infiltrating a human community and living among its members for weeks, months, or even years. Their voracious appetites, however, cause them to constantly consume the easily available food provided by a stable colony. Only when the food runs out will they resort to directly attacking their unwitting hosts. Interesting. So, yeah, that explains why Matthew ate so much. Reed did too, which is making me a bit suspicious now. Reese is sus, but yes, the mime is down and is going to be turned into an absolutely delicious souffle. Alright, let's, I guess that's that done then. Yeah, you guys just go and rest. We need to reconnect our pods. Naomi, you're kind of in the way at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dig through this hole. Oh my god, is Reese also one? Oh, Jesus. We have, it looks like we got a bit of an infestation here, guys. Okay, Gerald, pull back. We got another mime on our hands. George, could you fight the thing? Oh god, they're strong. Oh, they're so strong. Okay. We need to pull in. I'm a bit worried about Sam now at this point. Marvin, do you actually fight? You do, technically. Gerald, pull back and pull out that shotgun. Yeah, let him fight George there. We can't lose the guest, but this should be okay for now. Let's see if we can't get a few shots off. There we go, that's a good one. George is doing some good damage there. 36 with that bayoneted rifle. And okay, we took him down. So it looks like Reese was also a monster. That explains that voracious appetite we were dealing with. Okay, we got to start paying a bit more attention. Let's get Marvin armed, just so that we've got him. I think I'm going to get him with the mace, because that goes straight through armor, and then you can have the flintlock too. Okay, that's gonna be better, but you know what? Prefer the ranged weapon if you would, man. All right, what I was trying to show off before that happened was that I'm going to build us a little robot room over here where we can throw down some beds now that we have a more reliable power supply. In fact, let's put down another one of these, and yeah, we can just kind of rely on that. George, buddy, you might want to lie down at the bed. You'll feel a lot better afterwards. Looks like Naomi has decided to leave us. Now, we could capture them and try and force recruitment that way, so let's give it a shot. We can throw down just a spot for them. Also, every single one of those rescued prisoners died, so that's a bit of a shame. Let's find our best speaker here. Close that. Control-click, by the way, to open the categories. And we're going to want to grab Sam. Sam's also not that injured. Sam, could you try and arrest Naomi? Yes, 100% chance. Excellent. Let's go ahead and throw them in the prisoner room. Maybe, just maybe, we can go ahead and get them to join us. 32 resistance. Well, it's fine. We've got a bit of time. Okay, it'll give Sam some social training too. Okay, it looks like they are actually collecting nutrient-based meals now that I've enabled the human meat. That's kind of dark. Yes, Silence of the Lambs indeed. And also I have gone ahead and disabled the raw food eating, as we saw. So that seems to have been enough for them to switch over to human food. So our prisoners are going to be getting a little bit of Soylent Green at this point, but that's kind of, I guess, just what it's going to be. Also, let's go ahead and give them this slate large sculpture just to take their mind off of the truly awful reality that is now their life. And not to be outdone, Freya has decided that both Reese and Matthew deserve to serve the colony again in the future as some delicious chem fuel, and they're being processed now, which is good. We also got all those refugees, processed. So, yeah, it's all going great. Nothing to see here, guys. Promise. Okay, looks like mimes are the theme of the episode because, yeah, I guess Serena activates these points a lot. These must be the annoying events we were warned about. Because, yes, that's right, Marvin has turned into a mime himself, which means we're back down to 4 people. This is not looking good for our mech plans, not gonna lie. John is in serious danger here, so we're gonna want to make sure we can pull everybody together before we engage this thing. Johnny boy, those feral pistols are going to be fantastic for this, so why don't you get forward? Gerald, you go ahead and charge in with that melee weapon. Yeah, John, don't take any more hits. You are very injured. Okay, there we go. Sam, you don't fight, so just stand here and take the hits if you could. Gerald, let's pull you, because Sam actually might be an imposter for all we know. Let's pull Gerald back and just shoot at this thing. There we go. Freya, could you stand right there? Yeah, just like that. That's good. And take that double shot shotgun. Excellent. Alright, yeah, I don't mind if Sam gets injured so much, that's okay. Gerald, let's butcher this thing up, just in case it pops back to life. I don't think they do, but you can never be too sure, can you? So an interesting point to note, while John goes around patching everybody up, is that those mimes destroy the clothing they're wearing when they're equipped, which means we might want to kind of enforce a quarantine of sorts on new people. It looks like they're carrying mega COVID here, and are literally turning into monsters when there's nothing else to do. And it's apparently brought about by a lack of food, which means that as long as we maintain high food supplies, while we've got Serena here as our storyteller, we should be able to deal with this. We've only got 7 days left on this season, and I really do want to deal with this in this episode, as promised. Okay, we've got an eclipse, but that's okay. We are not solar powered, as you can see. Oh, we have compact machinery right here. How did I miss that? I think it's time to put down some beds, because we need to do some healing. Okay, a strange drop pod has just dropped, which is, the air roars with the unmistakable sound of a drop pod during re-entry. Scanners detect life signs inside, but they are really weird life signs, as if the scanner couldn't tell whether it's animal or plant life. Interesting. An overgrown drop pod. The standard issue drop pod seems to have been modified to host a small self-contained ecosystem. It's like a terrarium, I guess. As soon as it's impacted, strange creaking vines and weird creatures emerge from it. It seems to be some kind of terraforming machine. Okay. I guess we could just leave it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? I'm gonna probably regret saying those words. So that pod just immediately managed to make me eat my words and release this thing, a cactipine. I can't read the description because it's currently dead. I just heard it die on this. So unless we want to feed a bunch of our steel into this process, I think we should probably go and deal with that. So let's go ahead and get together the crew. Sam, of course, doesn't fight because he's completely useless. Let's pull everybody out here and see if we can't deal with that drop pod before it becomes any more of a problem. Okay, we managed to destroy the thing with a flurry of shots, and now we have ourselves a cactopine we can look at. In an effort to make deserts more viable for colonization, scientists introduced a variety of genetically modified creatures that are made to survive in the melting heat and provide food to those who wish to live in such harsh conditions. One such creature is the cactopine. Despite its name, it's actually a giant rat infused with the DNA of a cactus. It has resulted in the specimen gaining sharp medical quills, hardened green skin, and a funny-like tasting meat that confuse vegetarians and carnivores alike. Okay, so it's got plant meat. I remember that from our was it Stellar Safari series? Yeah, we had some animals that gave plant meat. I think actually didn't we deal with these things as well? A vague memory is ringing. That was the previous series of Rimworld I played, for those of you wondering. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get this stuff brought in. We are out of steel, so we can't make any more beds. So for now, just Freya and John are able to survive without food. So actually, Sam, you can go ahead and use your battery. You know what? I don't know if you're a monster or not. So Gerald, you can go ahead and use the battery. They'll sleep there and recharge rather than eating. And surprising no one, Sam has gone and turned into a mime. Yeah, probably could have seen that coming. Although this one should finish itself off on our traps, so I think we'll be okay. As long as Gerald doesn't open those doors too quickly. Let's see. Can it open doors? I'm interested how smart this thing is. No, it's just going to go straight into the deadfall traps. Okay, we'll save the steel. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some extra food. Right, so any people we get while we've got Serena here are going to be a little bit of a hazard because, yeah, I think mandatory quarantine is indeed necessary. Okay, we got ourselves another wanderer here, Ari, who is almost certainly a mime. And we're actually going to be using him as bait for this one. John's almost healed up, and once he is, we're going to take on these mechs as promised. Now, we might actually use these visitors if I wasn't so scared of getting them killed. We also have some masterwork helmets we can use. Gerald, could you go ahead and throw that thing on, man? Oh, yeah, that's good. That's the good stuff. John's wearing, what is that? Plain leather helmet? How much protection? 39% sharp. Not bad. Not bad at all. A good bird skin? 32. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. That's not bad, though. Ari, you are not terrible, but I can't risk you destroying me, basically. So we're just going to have to sacrifice you to the gods, just in case Serena decides that this isn't enough food for you to stay in your mortal form. Okay, I've also gone ahead and set up a shopping location, which is these purple areas here, which our guests are going to be allowed to go and buy stuff from. I think these guys are too broke to do it, but the other ones shouldn't be. Also, we need to head over to guest, and we're going to try and create friendships, and we're going to make that the default. So now everybody who comes in the future will both shop and be able to create friendships there. Can we trade with these people? I'd like to sell them some of this garbage. I can. He has 4 silver. Okay, anything you want to give? An EMP launcher? Hell to the yes. Okay, we've got to make 600 bucks somehow. Well, we've got all this human leather garbage we can get rid of, and that limestone sculpture. Haha, it's getting better. Maybe we can just ditch all this rubbish. It's probably better to smelt these down, to be honest, than to throw them away like this, but I'm just going to clear some space. Now we need to sell... Ooh, that go juice is probably going to finish this off. Yeah, 9 more. Some ambrosia, sure, before it expires. And you know what, take the rest, but I don't mind. Okay, that EMP launcher is going to change the game. Ari, can you fight? No, of course you can't, because you suck. Well, we should probably go ahead and deal with these things before the Ari decides that, you know, he's not going to be playing human games any longer. Some smoke leaf has popped up over here, so of course we're going to create our grow zone and disallow sowing. I've also gone ahead and set up this barricade of letterbox embrasures, and once John is finished building that, we'll be able to take on these fabled mechs once and for all. Okay, with that, we now have our embrasures in place to deal with these things. Also, we had a blight on our cotton plants that I had to deal with, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and begin the process. John, I think you're close enough to healed, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Just 2 more points there, and then we can deal with this. I think we're going to go ahead and set things up anyway. Let's get everybody together. Alright, you're going to be temporarily allowed to construct, and you're going to come over here. Okie dokes. So let's get this done. We're going to first make sure that all of these doors are no longer set to hold open. Robbins is still here. She's someone we saved who went crazy and then turned into a guest while crazy and has since not claimed a single bed. And I've tried to set her as an owner and I can't. I've even made them free multiple times. She just lives here now, perpetually. I don't know what she's eating, but she's just hanging out, like, forever. So I guess Robbins the torturer, she's just part of the colony, you know, sort of by acceptance. But anyway, we're going to deal with these people now. Schultz here actually has a charge rifle, I noticed, and he is right in the line of fire. He's a T4 android, so he might be able to deal with some of these for us. Ari, let's go ahead and crack this open. Hit that deconstruct, and see how we do. Let's fast forward through this, because of course he's extremely slow. That was not supposed to happen. Should we risk it? Yeah, I don't really care if he dies, actually, you know, thinking about it, because, you know, he could be a mime, so whatever. Let's go ahead and get through, and then, yeah, just get Ari to run. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, they should just go back through. That should be fine. Alright, yes, the angel is indeed pathing through now, and has killed itself on our spike traps. Let's see if we've over-engineered this at all. Okay, Goliath is up next, and is going to tank most of it. The Lancer is gone. This is good, this is good. Unfortunately, our guest has decided to relocate himself. We can cheese this. We can do something a little cheeky here. Let's go ahead and make a new area. We're going to call this one guests. And we're going to set that area to be just right over here. They can be in cover, that's fine. And we're going to make sure all of our guests are only allowed to be in guests. And they should move on over once they're done messing around here. Okay, so the Goliath is coming. He is very, very injured. So we should be okay. Yeah, and here come our guests, and they all are armed. Yes, they are. Fantastic. We have the deserter quest. I'm not sure if we're taking it. That one might be up to you guys. Do we have enough time for that sort of thing? 4 days and it takes 2. We could accept it within that time. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it up to you whether or not we should take on the deserter. If you've made it this far into the video, you probably have a say in these things, so let me know what you think. Okay, the Goliath is almost in range. Doesn't look like these dudes are engaging with it, so they're kind of useless, but if they get shot, they will. Okay, it is now shooting back at us. And unfortunately, our shotguns have engaged a little early, meaning that John can't actually fight. So let's pull him around the side here. See if we can't, there we go, get a few feral pistol shots off. Is that it? And we're done. Okay, well, before we call ourselves happy, let's grab Ari, come over here. We're going to make sure that you guys aren't bleeding too heavily. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Freya, why don't you go ahead and lie down, bud? I'm not liking the look of that bleed. Oh, we can finally name our place. I haven't been able to do this. Okay, so there we go. Not Skynet. That seems to be fine. I think that they'll get the message. Johnny boy, let's pull you back inside cover. And Ari, we're gonna get you to do this one more time. Pop open that ancient cryosleep casket and let's see what we're dealing with. They are friendlies. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, you can go ahead and arrest Ilfa here. We're going to want them to join our colony too. So let's grab... Well, actually, Ari, go ahead and... We can capture all of them, can't we? Yeah. So go ahead and arrest him. Gerald, you're free. Go ahead and capture Nana. John, you can get Benus. Oh, it's all going to be great. We should also definitely strip them all. That will make this nice and lucrative because they'll have a bunch of stuff on them. And we can deconstruct all of this garbage. And we're good. What did we get? A psychic animal pulsar. It's of limited use. This was a bit overkill, it turned out, but I mean, it did the exact job we wanted it to, so I'm not complaining. Okay, so our visitors really enjoyed standing cramped in this little bunker, and they've given us a bunch of beer. They'll be back, apparently, and they usually bring friends, too, which is nice. So we're going to get a bit more silver out of all of that. Let's reset the beds. You got to make sure you do this every time. If you get people without beds, they have a terrible time. You get a bad Yelp review, you're screwed. And we finally have a trade ship in orbit. Just as we sold all our stuff, damn, we could have gotten a slightly better price, but that's okay. Who is my best speaker now? Because my best speaker turned into a mime. I guess it can just be John? Oh, we don't have a warden. Yeah, my prisoner, this guy here, he just starved to death, and I was wondering why. And it's because we didn't have a warden. My bad. Yeah, because my warden exploded into a pile of goo. Okay, so for the money we're trading over with all these scraps, we could actually buy 100 iron chitin here. which is pretty interesting. That's enough to make one decent suit of leather armor, and as you can see, it gives 150% hit points to the object, which means we can wear it for longer before it becomes tattered, and 145% sharp protection. Rubbish on blunt, but really good on sharp and heat. So I think we're going to go ahead and make that trade, and we're going to want to make sure we turn that into leather armor. Yes. Okay, and not a blouse. Don't make a blouse or boots out of it. Johnny boy, I want you to do that as soon as you can, man. Yeah, charm the visitors, that's fine. And then get straight to it. Okay, Johnny boy's actually managed to crank out a masterwork and 2 good hats. I sold a bunch already for another 300 silver. So let's let him finish this and see if we can't get that entrepreneur one last time before he leaves. The trader, sorry, not entrepreneur. So yeah, we have 3 cloth cowboy hats, 28. That makes it more than 1 per cloth, which isn't bad. If we look at the purchase price of cloth, it's at 2. So we're pretty much getting 50% of what we would get if we made it. However, for the masterwork, we get double. So that actually paid for itself if we were to have bought it, which of course we didn't. We made it fair and square, but there you go. So these prisoners are being stripped, and of course that means we're getting some more stuff we can strip. Oh man, human leather cowboy hat, that is dark, and the textile trader is gone. Okay, so let's go ahead and disable. Hold up, we got a blood shrimp? What's happening here? We're getting free combat animals? Are you kidding me? What did we get? 3 blood shrimp. Oh my god, yes. Tame. You guys need training of 8. Didn't I get someone with 8? Did they disappear on me? Yes, of course they did. Okay. Ari, you need to not turn into a mime just for the next, oh come on, 3 days, man. You've got enough food. We need to turn our blood shrimps into warrior shrimps. So I think that requires a bit of hunting. Something a bit more innocent, you know, less dangerous than a rhinoceros, for example. I'm going to allow hunting. Oh, let's give our best shot a rifle, who I think is Freya. Yeah, Gerald, actually. Let's go ahead and give Gerald the sniper rifle we have. Yeah, get the hunting rifle, man. Equip that, that's fine. Oh, actually, I want you to keep your thing as a sidearm. That's cool. Are you carrying something? Why? Oh, you're carrying a freaking slate chunk around. No wonder you can't carry all your guns. Let's get him to go ahead and prioritize hunting. Yeah, Gerald's a little overworked here. He's becoming our star colonist very quickly. Oh my god, the heavens are raining. Thank you, Serena. We just got a bunch of coffee, which our raptor, a blood shrimp, ate. Do you... Yep, okay. So they can get drunk and very caffeinated. Okay, that's good to know. What does that give them? They don't really get moods, I guess. So just a bit of a boost to tiredness and global learning factor. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help the blood shrimp out. So I think maybe we make a little zone for our animals. Okay, there we go. Our animals shouldn't be allowed to go anywhere near our drugs now. In fact, just to be sure, let's go ahead and clear this whole area so they don't pop in and eat things out of the corner. Okay, that should be fine. We also have enough rice now to deal with the load on food for a little bit, I hope. And we finally have the pods, which means Ari can be switched over to using battery. And I'm hoping that means she never gets hungry enough to need to morph into a mime, but I actually don't know if the storyteller is checking the total count of like food bars, you get the low food warning there, or if it's something else. Now we could recruit Tanner here, who is he's not terrible. He's got a good intellectual skill because we still don't have batteries somehow, and there's another one. We have another one somewhere. We had someone who had enough friends. George, there he is. George is a decent shot. I think we're okay for the moment. John, did you go hunting? Oh, Gerald, did you go hunting, by the way? I don't think you did. I just noticed this wild man is eating our rice, which isn't going to fly in this part of the world, so we're going to have to go ahead and put him down and then capture him. We might just get a slave ship come by sometime soon, and then we could sell them off, and if not, then we can just, of course, bring them to another location. What am I trying to say? Words, Jesus. We could just bring them with us on the world map to a settlement. Like these guys. No, they won't trade with me. They won't trade with me. They won't trade with me. I'm sensing a theme. Okay, they will. We could sell them there, maybe. If they buy slavers. I don't think all civilizations do. The Grand Federation here has decided that we need a lot of friends, so they've sent over everyone, apparently. All of them are androids, which is a bit of a problem because we can't really host that many. We have 1 bed for androids. As you can see, it takes quite a significant steel investment. Eventually we'll get there, but for now, that's not an option. Oh man, what is that? Oh, I want that. A Gauss rifle? Tina, can we buy that from you? Okay, John, it's time to trade. Oh, Tina, let me... Oh, don't sell me the blowgun, you bastard. Sell me the Gauss rifle, damn it. Okay, well, these guys do have a bit of extra cash, so hopefully they'll spend it. Oh, there we go. Ari there just bought one of our nice hats. In fact, yes, he's wearing a cloth cowboy hat now. Oh, and someone else just bought one. Okay, looks like we've got a winner here, and that one just bought 30. Hey, this is good. But guys, that actually is the end of the episode. Oxley has just joined us. He is an incredible shot. Holy hell. A battle droid and a broken shoulder. Well, welcome. This guy's clearly from the Clone Wars. Oh my god, we just found our hunter. Look at this dude, and a medic? Whoa. Oxley, you do not play around, bro. Damn. Okay, well, Oxley's great, and also our storyteller has changed, and we now have Phoebe Chillax. That's gonna be a bit slow. So I'm actually gonna offer you guys the opportunity to change that up if you want. We don't have to play with Phoebe. In fact, you know, this is the end of the episode. I'll do it again at the beginning of the next one. But if I have a look at the hot seat mod here. So as you can see, within the hot seat mod, there is an ability to sort of customize how likely a storyteller is to show up. Phoebe Chillax is set as basically as basic it is as is possible. I can't put this to 0. My idea was that every time a storyteller shows up, we reduce their possibility by 1. You know, Cassandra Classic 3 times as likely at present, she should go down to 2. But that's entirely up to you guys if I should do that or if it should just stay like this. Basically, how I've set it up is that the extremely difficult ones, like Void, are only sort of 1 times as likely to pitch up, and as you can see, they still do, because so is Phoebe Chillax. You know, the more interesting, I thought, the more sort of dynamic storytellers, like Freya Fierce, Empress Evil, they're 3 times as likely to pitch up. We are, of course, still on, Losing is Hard difficulty, and this is going to be the 3rd quadrum for Phoebe Chillax, so we will still probably get a raid or 2, but it won't be quite as engaging as if I had a difficult storyteller switch over. It's entirely up to you guys. We could absolutely use the time to get re-established, though, because that Serena thing was pretty harrowing. We got real beaten up. Anyway, guys, that is all we have time for today. I need to pause the game. We have a prostheses trader coming to speak to us, and a bunch of stuff we need to do in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I sure as hell have enjoyed recording, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.